Okay, hi, I'm Joseph Wood. I'm happy to be opening a World Transformation Center in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. We lived in England till 1957 when my dad and family came to Canada. We came to the Northwest Territories. It was a gold mine. Unfortunately, there were no schools there that I could go to actual school. And so what happened is I spent about a year running around in the bush, having a wonderful time on my own. My education, I went to the U of A in Edmonton. I've got a B.Ed in secondary education with a major in English and a minor in psychology. I've also got an NLP practitioner certificate. I'm a certified hypnotherapist as well. So I've got a few different things. I've always been interested in learning new things, and especially learning new things about the mind. That's really fascinated me all my life. For some reason, I just saw it as an ad, I believe. That's the WTM. And so I started to investigate, and I started reading some of the book. Well, actually, I was looking at the videos first. That was very important. I like videos, so I got quite a bit out of the videos. Then I started reading some of the books, and I was very interested in the way that Jeremy actually documented or resourced his material, which I had not usually seen before, except in writings for university, where you have to write a paper and then you have to substantiate your argument. And I really found his arguments very, very compelling about the human condition. As far as the human condition goes, I really never heard of it. I didn't really know what it was, and I didn't really think it was a problem. However, the more I dug into the books and started reading Freedom, I started to realize that, yes, I guess it's a huge unspoken thing that somebody says is, the brain's black box that nobody wants to look at and stuff like that. While I was reading Freedom and all the other books, I found them very, very interesting, and just kept continuing reading. I really found that Jeremy really substantiated everything that he was talking about. And he had such a wide range. He was pulling in religion. He was pulling in rock and roll songs. I mean, I grew up with rock and roll. He was pulling in poetry and art and philosophy, and but also biology. And of course, the human condition has, as far as Jeremy is concerned, and as far as I'm concerned now, has actually been solved. It became about because of the dissonance between the thinking mind and also the gene-based instinctive mind. And that is in our own mind. And of course, it's psychological, and he's talking about psychosis and things. So all of that stuff, it really, really interested me and kind of got me going and hooked me and kept me going, basically. My view of the world before finding this information, this very enlightening information, by the way, was that I was kind of brought up in a very tough family. If somebody, you got in a fight when you were a kid, my dad would make you go out and fight the kid again, all that kind of stuff. It was a fairly brutal upbringing, I guess. And I was very fortunate too, because of my grandparent, especially my grandmother. She was very loving, very supportive. She was very proud of me. But my view of the world was, I was always told, be honest, be truthful, don't screw people over. I don't know if I should use those words, but, it's that kind of thing. Try to help people. And all of my life, as I started to grow older, I really did try to be a good person and help people. That was definitely one thing that I've tried to do all my life. But with reading Jeremy's works and understanding the human condition, I've realized that, yes, there's a whole other element to it. The one thing that really hooked me in a way was the actual bonobos in the Congo, and that their compassionate, loving, instinctive way of doing things, I found quite wonderful. And I could picture that this is the way humans were originally 2 million years ago, or before the idea of knowledge actually started to emerge in our own brains. And they really fascinated me. I had never heard about them before. And it was really, really amazing. And it kind of brought into focus the idea of when Jeremy is talking about Adam Stork and how that kind of dissonance or upset actually came about. Humans have done amazing things. I mean, we've flown to the moon, we've done all kinds of stuff. But for me, the whole thing was not the outer knowledge experience, but much more of the inner knowledge experience that we could now achieve and overcome the psychosis. Honestly, yeah, it really is. Definitely the Adam Stork story, because it's very simple. It's the crux of the whole issue in a sense, and it's very, very easy to understand. The other thing I really thought about and was impressed with was the negative entropy, which is the explanation in the sense of, instead of things decaying, actually building and growing. One-celled organisms becoming multi-celled, which become, thinking little beings and so on. And so everything is actually on a path, if you look at it, on a pathway to actually increase and become bigger and better. And that is done through cooperation and through various other things that Jeremy really, really talks about. And I think that really was very important to me. One thing I really liked about the World Transformation Movement is that everything is free. Quite often you get free things, and then by the time now you have to pay, or you're given a little enticement and then you have to pay. But with the World Transformation Movement, there's absolutely none of that. Yes, you can buy the hardcover book or whatever book it is that Amazon has, but you really don't need to, because you've got everything that is actually on the website, and it's absolutely available. Nobody's asking you for any money. I know it's a nonprofit organization. I imagine people could donate if they wish to. I'm not sure about that. But nobody's ever asked me to donate or anything like that. And that was the thing that really, really appealed to me, that really it is a scientific endeavor and that the information is absolutely free. If you want the information, it's absolutely there, as much as you can handle, which I thought was absolutely wonderful. And all the people in the WTM are absolutely wonderful. They are really genuine people, and you can see that certain people are really enthused about certain things. I'm thinking of Tony Gowan, because he's really, really into it, and his explanation of everything is very solid and very inspiring in actuality. Yes. Now, if you can get yourself going and get on the Sunshine Highway, that kind of life would be quite wonderful. Everybody would be compassionate, everybody would be helpful, everybody would be not divisive as we are now in our own particular world at this particular time, unfortunately. But things would be much more harmonious, and people would get along much better with each other. And I'm talking about countries, races, all of those kind of things. The reason I like to open a WTM center in Canada is right now I do have time. And I thought, what way could I actually help the WTM actually with its expansion? Because we have one WTM over, I don't know if it's in Vancouver, but it's in BC. We have about 3 down in East, around, Ottawa, Toronto, that kind of thing. But there's really none in our area. We're on the prairies. And so I thought it would be quite a good thing for people on the prairies to actually be able to access the WTM if there's one in Edmonton. And if anybody's interested, please contact me. I'd love to have a conversation with you or respond to you. If you have any questions about the WTM, if I don't know them, I'll find somebody that really does, because I am in touch with people like Tony Mile and some of the other original members, and we can certainly get answers for you. So I'm very pleased to have that happen.